Scottish man. Yeah, no, we won't talk about that. But anyway, so he set up his shop here in Smithfield, County Dublin in the 1700s. Now, Dublin was in the midst of a boom at that time, and the population was growing dramatically. Now, it was the second largest city between Britain and Ireland, only behind London. Now, there were over 100 distilleries and breweries in Dublin at that time. However, many of them would eventually fade away, except for one, John Jameson's distillery here on Bow Street, Dublin, again an institution, and more than 2 centuries later, we're still standing here today. So now, we're going to talk about our main man. So, Mr. John Jameson, there he is, and his lovely wife Margaret, there she is. So 2 people who had a passion for hard work, innovation, and adventure. Now, where the company grew, so did their family. They had a very small family at that time of 16 children. Yeah, there was no televisions or iPhones in those days. Now, one of those kids being Mr. John Jameson II, who inherited his father's legacy as a massive distiller. Now, in order to do this, he took 3 key things from his father. These were hard work, innovation, and unmatched quality. Using these things, the company only grew more by the day. So in the 1820s, this is how the distillery looked. Between 1880s and 1905, the distillery was truly at its peak. So now, John Jameson isn't the only important person within the Jameson story. There's also the barrel man. So if you guys actually see every bottle of Jameson, you'll see the barrel man represented. So there's one on the bottom of each bottle of Jameson Original. So basically, these are figures carrying barrels on their backs, and they represent the hard workers past and present. So it's what our legacy's been built on, and we like to say that in a way, we're all the barrel men. Yeah, come back to that later, guys, but have a look for that for your next bottle of Jameson Original. Alright, but then in the 1880s, Bow Street was like a city within a city of Dublin. It was a bustling place at that time full of highly trained craftspeople. And some of these craftspeople at the time included carpenters, blacksmiths, painters, and ostlers. Does anybody know what an ostler is? No. So they're people that